Now it's on the sweep. Turns it up.
Hey coaches, here to do another live video. The last two live videos we did went very well for the most part. I had several requests to do some stuff out of the 44 defense, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a nice blitz package out of the 44 defense. It'll include 4 blitzes. I'll give you an inside pressure, okay, an interior pressure, an off tackle pressure, an edge pressure, and then a gap pressure, which is basically just an overload blitz. All right, these are going to be man blitzes, okay? Most of these blitzes are going to, in this package, are man free, which means you're man-to-man across the board with the free safety deep middle of the field, okay? So the first, and then also too, it's good to point out this is going to be the field side because some blitzes are executed to the field or even to the boundary, so it's important to really determine where each one is. So the field's here, boundary be to that side, so that's the short side of the field. All right, so real quick, all our defenders, they're going to play inside leverage, okay? They're going to play man-to-man, okay? Nothing's really going to change with these guys. So a couple blitzes here and there. All right, so first blitz we'll get into is something we call twist. Okay, this is executed to the field side. And I'm just checking, I know it's a little bit dimmer because it's not as sunny and I'm right by the window. It's actually storming right now, but no, we're good to go. All right, first blitz is a twist. Okay, this is an off tackle pressure, meaning it's a great play to defend and the offense if they're running any play off tackle, whether it's power, ISO, things like that. So our defensive ends are on the outside shoulder of the tackles, okay? Once that ball moves, once the ball snaps, they're going to dip and rip. He is slant and C-gap, okay? As soon as the quarterback begins his cadence, he's going to creep up a little bit. He's going to show pre-snap that he's blitzing B-gap, and he's going to loop around, and he's going to be a C-gap player, okay? This DN's going to dip and rip, crossing the face of this tackle, has B-gap, and he's going to twist outside of him. These guys are locked in man. And you could play off man, okay? You could press up on number 2 if you want, a little bit on the 2s, okay? Meaning they're a little more impressed and they're a little off. You should never really have these guys, even with each other, because if they cross, you could collide. So it's good to kind of play staggered a little bit. But we'll play him up close with inside leverage, man free. Okay, he has A-gap, he has A-gap. He's going to have B. Okay, most of the time, when we see 2x2, this quarterback is mobile. So if he read pass, our Mike will spy the quarterback, okay, anywhere he goes. Or you could just even send him on a blitz. But, yeah, like I said when I started this video, a lot of people requested the 44 defense and they wanted to see against spread 2x2 because they see a lot of that. Okay, and I'm more of a cover 3 guy. But I'll play man-to-man against 2x2 because if they do run some kind of 4 verts concept, okay, and you're in cover 3, it's really hard to defend it against 2x2, okay? But, so we base our coverages whether I'm a 3-5 guy, but if I'm running 4-4, we're having 2 coverages. That's man coverage, and we're playing cover 3. But, man coverage versus 4 verts and cover 3 against 4 verts, that could be a whole nother video. That's actually probably a good video idea. All right, but he'll spy the quarterback. He's going to come off the edge and have C-gap. Now, we have our edge players, okay? They play something called a peel technique, okay? So, if this kid blitzes and they swing him on if the tailback here, okay, or halfback, I should say, comes out on a swing, okay, he'll be wide open. So we've got to play what we call a peel technique, okay? If the running back to his side, releases on a route, he peels off and takes him, okay? So that'll take away the quick throw, and then he's going to spy QB. Okay, this is a blitz I like on a long down and distance, okay? But, this is definitely good against maybe even like QB ISO here because it's going to confuse the blocking scheme, okay? And this kid's going to play peel as well. Now, it's important to understand that if this kid's to the boundary, okay, there's really no field. The field, sidelines is here. So if this halfback did change or swap over or was here and peels out, it doesn't matter as much to the boundary because there's less ground you have to cover. But ball's in the middle of the field or he's to the wide side, you have to play peel techniques. All right, so that's the first blitz out of this package. Okay, simple twist stunt. Okay, it's nothing crazy. Let me redraw this up here. All right, and then this is the field. Bear with me here. Yep, and we'll meet at the mic. This marker stinks. Make this the wheel. Over, corner, Sam, corner, 3. Okay, this next blitz, guys, is gonna be Storm. Okay, this is one of my favorite edge pressure blitzes. Okay, so we're gonna come off the edge here, and again, I love this to the wide side of the field, and you could run it to the boundary as well. Okay, this is one I prefer. We're gonna say the ball's in the middle of the field now. This is a blitz I like to the middle of the field. It is a little risky because we're not gonna be playing man free here. We're gonna roll this safety down late. Okay, so we're just gonna say the field's on this side. Now, we'll start out with the tackles. They have A, okay? He's gonna run, he's gonna read step B and then pursue. You could have him spy a quarterback, or you could have him lock on this tailback if he's, or halfback rather, if he releases. These guys gonna play with inside leverage, make sure they're not even. Okay, they're a little bit off so they don't collide. Inside leverage. And again, you could have them play off man, you could have them play press, or even catch man, whatever you wanna do. All right, now this side, get this end up here a little bit. Now, once that ball is snapped, he's gonna dip and rip. He is slanting B gap, okay? This is pretty much a twist stunt, except where, and I made a mistake, I'm sorry, this guy isn't playing man. Pre-snap, he's gonna show blitzing B gap, okay, and he's coming C gap, okay? So it's important that, you don't want him blitzing too wide, he has to stay tight, okay? DN's gonna dip and rip, cross the face of this kid. He's going to loop tight right off the edge, okay? You don't want him looping too wide, okay? Because then you'll have 2 guys in one area, which isn't good. Okay, and once the quarterback begins to cadence, the safety rolls down. Okay, he's going to play with inside leverage here. Okay, pre-snap, QB begins his cadence. He's going to, the Sam's going to creep down, okay? And then he's coming off the edge as well. Now, it's important that this kid, this twist is executed tightly because you can't have 2 guys wide. It's going to leave a seam, okay? That this is a really nice play we like against QB sweep teams or any kind of outside plays, okay? Now, it is a little risky because you're playing 0 coverage, okay? You have no safety in the middle of the field, and you got to be able to play man-to-man here. That's the thing with this. You could definitely play cover 3, okay? You could eliminate this blitz. You could have him play wall off number 2 to flat, third, wall off number 2 to flat, third. You could have hook to curl. He could blitz or whatever you want. So you can play cover 3 behind these blitzes, but this blitz is a little risky because you are playing cover 0 and the safety has to be able to play man on a slot receiver. And these kids really need to rotate down pre-snap fast, okay? You can't, half-ass it and come down. He needs to roll down fast, okay? And play man-to-man coverage with inside leverage on number 2, okay? So this is a great edge pressure. It's very important that this kid doesn't dip and rip and slant himself out of the play because it's going to leave a seam, okay? He needs to dip, rip through, cross the face of this kid, dip, rip, and anchor his B gap, okay? So you can't have him slant himself out of the play. You can't have these guys blitz too wide, okay? So this blitz is, it's basically unblockable, really. But it's very important that they stay in the good with their blitz paths here. They can't, it's very important. I can't stress how important that is. Now, you could also play, as I said, in interior pressure, you could play peel technique. If he's not playing man on him, okay, you could blitz him or you could have him spy the quarterback. He could play a peel technique. So if the running back wheels out, he could peel off and take him, especially if they run these kids off. You'll see this a lot in youth football. They'll run off, right, clear out, and they'll hit a halfback. So you could play what we call a peel technique. Instead of just blitzing and running himself out of the play, he could peel off. And again, if this is to the boundary, it's fine. All right, so that's the Storm Blitz. A little more risky. I'm not sure how much you guys like that. And again, I'm not a 44 defense. This is just what I would run. Actually, a friend of mine runs this stuff. This is where I got it from, basically. All right, next one's going to be a simple gap pressure. Okay, this one's going to be very, very simple. Okay, very, very simple. You guys probably like this one. Sam, Mike, Will, free, corner. All right. Now it's going to be a gap pressure. Okay, we're basically sending 3 guys through 2 gaps, so I guess you could say it's an overload. Okay. I do like this one to the boundary. Okay, we'll keep the field to this side. You know, teams do run to the boundary, right? You know, you want to protect the wide side of the field. You know, a lot of people will count the wide side as actually a player to you know, in regards to aligning their defense. But, you know, you have to defend the short side of the field too. I have no problem running to the boundary, especially if the teams are overplaying, you know, to the field. All right, let's get my marker. All right, guys, here's an overload blitz. It's very simple. It's nothing crazy here. He's coming off the edge. Pre-snap, okay, you don't want these kids blitzing from 4 yards back or however deep you have your linebackers. Pre-snap, he's going to start creeping up. Of course, I grabbed a crummy marker. Pre-snap, he's going to start creeping up. And if you're running these twists, like the previous 2 blitzes, a lot of times, you know, it'll confuse him. He may be ready for you to come, ready for this DN to slant down, and he comes out, you might beat him straight up off the edge. You could see how every blitz in this blitz package kind of sets each other up. You know, instead of running a twist like, you know, like we did on the other ones, you know, we're running straight up gap pressure. So as soon as the quarterback gets his cadence, he's creeping up, he's blitzing B gap, okay? Lock man, and again, you could easily play cover 3 here. Could wall number 2 to flat. You have him play peel, especially he's to the wide side. If you want, you could have him, if he's locked on this halfback, you don't have to peel. You could have him just run and contain, okay? And it's very important this kid keeps his outside shoulder free, even though this is to the boundary, okay? Because if they run off, they're going to clear out. So he's our contained player here. He's our contained player here. You could even, you know what, you could play the peel technique and just send the Will here. So pre-snap, you could creep up, and then he'll blitz B. So basically, you're just sending a defender through every gap. So it's, you know, very simple blitz, and it's effective. Okay, especially like I said, you know, we're twisting these kids a lot. So that's going to start messing with these 2 kids, okay? That's going to start messing with him. He's going to be expecting him to slant down, and he may be flat-footed. And if he doesn't slant down, he gets beat straight up off the edge by a nice edge rush. So, you know, it's good to keep the offensive line guessing on this. All right, so that's blitz 3. Next one we will do, I think the next live video I'll do one on my defense. You know, I could really get into some great detail, and I'll be much more fluent with that because I love my 3-5 defense. So we'll get a nice discussion, some nice video going on with that. So I know a lot of you guys think the 3-5 can't stop the run and can't do this and that and wouldn't run it, which I obviously don't agree. That will be another video. All right, this is inside pressure, okay? Call this aces. Okay, this is gonna be, we're gonna execute an inside twist here. Okay, rather than an off tackle or edge twist, okay, we're gonna execute a twist with our inside tackle here, our A-gap player, and our Mike backer. You could do the same on this side. I'll draw it up both ways. Again, we're gonna play locked in man here, press man, off man, catch man, whatever you want to do. So we're playing man free here, cover 1. Now, pre-snap again. You guys got to be catching on here, right? Pre-snap, we show we're blitzing one way, and most of the time we're not. But pre-snap, Mike starts creeping up. He's gonna slant A. But once that ball moves, this tackle's gonna dip and rip. Okay, actually we don't want him to take any false steps here. He's gonna dip and rip. He's cooking B gap. Okay, so he's gonna dip and rip. He has B. He's gonna anchor. Okay, don't slant yourself out of the play, or don't slant yourself upfield. You'll create space. So we're gonna dip and rip. We're gonna anchor right here. He's gonna show pre-snap, make the kids think he's blitzing B. and he's going to come right off the butt of this tackle. He's blitzing a gap. Okay, we only run the twist to one side. He has A. Okay, he has B. He's coming off the edge, and again, he could play a peel technique. Okay, he could watch QB if it's pass, or you could have him blitz as well. So you could run a gap blitz here. This is kind of what I like to do. Okay, and you got to make sure there's no inside releases here. Okay, because anything, you know, if this kid gets beat to the inside, it's pretty much wide open. So you have to be real physical with the number 2 receivers. Okay, when I say number 2 receivers, it's the second receiver in. These are number 1s. These are 2s. Okay, so this kid's got to be physical with 2. He needs to be physical with 2. No inside releases, please. No inside releases. Okay, and then you could be in trouble. But pre-snap, you could have him creep up and blitz. Now you could run an inside twist to this side and a gap pressure to this side, an overload, sending 3 to 2 blockers. So most of the time, this kid will come free. Okay, you have to make sure he's blitzing from up here, because if he blitzes from here, the offensive line's already going to get a push. So any kind of wedge or anything like that may hurt this, okay? Or even trap for that. But, you know, make sure when these kids blitzing, they're blitzing on the line of scrimmage, okay? And we want them up on the outside shoulder of the guard, okay? Because if he shows blitz here, okay, he's got to take 3 or 4 steps before he even gets in his cat. Well, not 4 steps, maybe 3 steps. But, you know, blitz here, they're on the outside shoulder pre-snap. Okay, and then they dip down and come a gap. So that's our interior pressure. And again, you can play man-to-man, play cover 3. They're very simple blitzes. Very simple to install, but very difficult for the offensive line to pick up. I could guarantee you that most people aren't teaching their offensive linemen to pick up stunts like this. And if you are, congratulations. You know, so, you know, if teams aren't practicing picking this up, they're never going to be able to block it. Oh, and I forgot there's DN here. DN's going to come off the edge, sorry. You know, if the back's to his side, he plays a peel. If not, he's the boundary contained player. But like I'm saying, guys, I mean, no, very few youth football coaches are going to be able to teach their players how to pick this up. Or they're not even doing it in the first place, which is the case most of the time. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit shorter today. I didn't ramble on like I did for 40 minutes on the other ones. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, or, you know, any advice, let me know. Especially if you're a 44 defense guy, man, you know, let me know. You know, I hope you guys learned something. It's a nice 4 blitz package. And, yeah, if you have any other topics you'd want me to cover, I have plenty of time as I'm, you know, stuck in home. So let me know. You guys stay safe, stay well. I'll talk to you guys soon.